The Nintendo DSi is a dual-screen handheld game console released by Nintendo. The console launched in Japan on November 1st, 2008 and worldwide beginning in April 2009. It is the third iteration of the Nintendo DS and its primary market rival is Sony's PlayStation Portable. The fourth iteration, entitled Nintendo DSi XL, is a larger model that launched in Japan on November 21st, 2009 and worldwide beginning in March 2010. Consequently, Nintendo removed the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot to improve portability without sacrificing durability. Hello everyone, it's me Nollando Martin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you the basics on how to operate the Nintendo DSi. More specifically, Nintendo DSi XL. If you were born somewhere in the 2000s, then this particular system is probably very familiar to you. It brings the happy moments in your childhood as you're playing it. And you could just be in your home, in the school bus, on a cafe, or basically everywhere you can think of enjoying the Nintendo DSi and its features. And oh boy, I wish it was 2009 again. But if you're deciding to buy one, or still have a working one with you, and you somehow forgot on how to use it, then this video is for you. Just sit back, relax, and have your Nintendo DSi with you. I'll help you to get more familiar on the Nintendo DSi. So firstly, you have to get familiar with the components of the Nintendo DSi. Let's start with the front view of the system. Here we have these lovely LCD screens, top and bottom, with touchscreen ability at the bottom screen. And here we have these LED indicators. This one is for wireless connection, this one is for recharging, and this one is for power. Speaking of power, here we have the power button. When the power is off, press the power button to turn it on. And when the power is on, press the power button to return to the DSi menu. If you want to turn it off, press the power button slightly longer. There we go. Now here we have the control buttons. That includes the direction pad, the A, B, X and Y buttons, and start and select buttons. These are used for gameplay controls. You can see the instruction booklet for the game you're playing for specific game control information. Down here is an audio jack. You can connect a headphone, external microphones or headsets. Bear in mind that when any of these devices are connected, no sound will be played through the speakers. Speaking of speakers, here are the speakers right next to the top LCD screen. Right here in the middle, we have the inner camera and a built-in microphone. Both of them are used by games and software with their respective functionalities. On the right side of the system, here we have the SD memory card slot. This is used for inserting SD memory cards which are sold separately. And right below it is the stylus holder. Always place the Nintendo DSi XL stylus back into the holder after use. Do not insert anything other than the stylus. Doing so could damage the system or cause a blockage inside the holder. Now, let's close the DSi and turn it over as we continue with the back view of the system. Firstly, we have the battery cover. This can be removed to replace the rechargeable battery. And right next to it is the volume buttons, which can adjust the volume and the brightness of the system. Up here we have the L and R buttons, which are also used for gameplay controls. Right here is the AC adapter connector. This allows you to connect the Nintendo DSi AC adapter for recharging the battery. Next to the connector, we have the game card slot. This is used for loading Nintendo DSi game cards and Nintendo DS cards. And at the top here is the outer camera and its LED indicator. This LED lights up when the camera is in use. By now you're probably wondering, what's with the LED lights? Well, again, they have their intended use. I'll explain it to you what it means, starting from the wireless connection indicator, which is shown here. This LED lights up yellow when DS wireless communications are enabled. It blinks when data is being sent to another system. Next to this LED light is a recharge indicator, which lights up orange when the battery is being charged. After the charging is complete, the light turns off. Finally, this last LED light is the power indicator, which lights up blue when the power is turned on. But it will turn red when the remaining battery life is low, and flashes when the battery is almost completely depleted. If the LED indicator turned red, save your game quickly and recharge. If the battery runs out before you save, data loss may occur. Speaking of battery life, the battery life will change depending on the brightness setting of the system. It usually takes time for the battery to deplete in the lower brightness settings, but the battery will drain quickly if the brightness is set to high or highest. Battery life will also vary depending on factors such as the software being used and the ambient temperature. Now, let's move on to charging the system. Here's how to charge the system. Insert the DC plug from the adapter into the connector on the back of the Nintendo DSi XL. Be sure the DC plug is facing the correct direction to avoid damaging either the DC plug or the adapter. Then, insert the AC plug of the adapter into a standard 230 to 240 volt household electrical outlet. The recharge indicator LED will light up orange until the battery is fully charged. And wait until charging has completed. When fully recharged, the recharge indicator LED will turn off. Remove the adapter from the electrical outlet. Then remove the DC plug from the connector. When disconnecting any plugs from the Nintendo DSi or an electrical outlet, carefully pull the plug itself, rather than by the cord. Do not wrap the adapter cord around the Nintendo DSi system. To remove the DC plug, hold the DC plug and pull it straight out to unplug it. Now you know how to charge the system, let's move on to adjusting the volume and brightness of the system. To adjust the volume, press the volume button. Press the plus side to increase the volume. Press the minus side to decrease the volume. Note that the camera shutter will always be played at a fixed volume and cannot be controlled by the volume buttons. And when the system is on sleep mode, you can only decrease the volume. A tip to start the system muted, turn the power on while holding the minus side of the volume button. To adjust the screen brightness, press and hold the select button, and then press the volume button. Press the plus side to increase brightness. press the minus side to decrease the brightness. Note that changing the brightness of the system will also change the brightness of the power and wireless connection LED indicator. Now let's move on to using SD cards. SD cards allows you to back up photos taken with a DSI camera, play sound files saved in AAC encoded format, and back up downloadable software and its saved data. To insert the SD card to the system, gently open the SD card slot cover, otherwise it could stretch or deform the cover, which could make the cover impossible to close. Insert the SD card into the SD card slot and push it gently but firmly until it clicks into place. Then close the slot with the cover. To remove the SD card from the system, open the SD card slot cover and press the SD card until it makes a clicking sound. Hold the SD card, remove it, and then close the slot. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for, let's move on to playing games in the system. To start a game on the DSi XL, insert a game card into the game card slot. For this video, I'm going to insert this game in the Nintendo DSi XL. Make sure the label is facing outwards. Press the power button. Touch the game card icon. And enjoy your game. To exit the game that you're currently playing, press and hold the power button. And then close your DSi, and then pull out the game card. And that's how you operate the Nintendo DSi XL. Simple, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you guys can find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!